Hey guys, today I'm going to do a little bit of a walkthrough of an old Exceed brand from Walmart A5 journal. Oh, there's my mess. And give you an example of what I'm talking about when I say that I'm thinking about moving into one of these from my composition book. And the reason I'm thinking about moving is the composition book is bigger. Let me grab it here. It's about an inch bigger on each side, and for some reason I don't have it right next to me here. There we go. So if you look at it, you line it up, it's about an inch to an inch and a half bigger on each side. So the composition book is definitely bigger, but in terms of layouts, I can do a very similar layout in my Exceed notebook as I do in my composition book. So here's a layout in my composition book. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. And here's a weekly layout in the Exceed. So in terms of space, I mean, you know, I'm still able to get everything in. So let me show you what the Exceed journal looks like. It's about the same weight as the composition book when it's filled. It's definitely, you know, it's got a little heft to it. It's got a nice thick hard cover. It's not bendy at all. It's very, you know, firm. And it's got a closure on it. It's got this elastic closure. And then in the back, it has a pocket, which I like. And on the inside, you can see there is a place for your name and number. Here's a picture of me and my hubby. And then you open the page, there's just a blank, you know, first page. And then here we have the index page. Now this particular book had a couple of printing errors. So here's the index, and then you turn the page, and these two pages were blank. Normally these would also be index pages, but they were just not printed. You can see there's no dots or anything. So I just printed a yearly calendar and stuck it on here, and this one is from 2021. Then we're back to the index. So that was just kind of a weird glitch. Here was another set of pages that were blank. There's no dots or anything, so I used it as an inventory of my washi tapes. Some of these I still have, some of them I've used up, but it was kind of a fun way to see what I have in each one. Now here's January 2021. I was working at this point. I had my daughter playing basketball, and I was working, I was supervising a lot of basketball games at the school I worked at in the evenings, but still not super busy in January. Another set of blank pages. These I just didn't put anything on, but isn't that weird? Here is my first weekly in the end of December into January. Now, these columns are quite narrow compared to my composition book. The squares themselves are the same size. If you look at the dots, these little squares that they make are the same size as the ones in my composition book, but each column is 2 squares narrower. So these are 6 squares across. In the composition book, they're 8 squares across. So you can see if you added 2 squares to each one of these, you'd have another, you know, that much space probably that you'd be adding. But the layout is the same. So I've got notes and to-dos at the top, 7 to 3 here, evening here, and then dinners across the bottom. So the layout is the same. To-do list, and then down here a little Monday through Sunday I was going to try to do some exercise, and clearly I didn't. But, you know, so the layout's not that much different in terms of what you can do. Here's another blank page. So strange. There I did a little journaling. Now this is a second layout that I used in this journal quite a bit, and doing it this way with Monday through Friday and then the weekends stacked on top of each other, I was able to widen the columns to 9 squares. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares wide. And that gave me a little more width to work with the same height as the other, not the same height, sorry, slightly less height, but I can still do a little note at the top, 7 to 3 here, 3 to 8 p.m. here. I do my to-do list at the top. Here's a little weekly tracker of chores to do, and I can still decorate, and it's still cute. So that's just a slightly different way of doing it that I've flipped back and forth between the two throughout the planner. This was my future log, or future plans, however you want to call it, and they're crossed off because as I went through the month, then I crossed it off to show I was done. Here, my books read page. I clearly did not read much this year. I was busy. I was working full time. My kids were all in school. Excuse me. It was just a busy year. Here's a layout for each of my cats. This was before we had our smallest, so we've got Chihiro and Leo. Just a little bit of information about them. This was a page where I was writing out lists of things I wanted to get done in each room. Some were home improvement in terms of like fixing and painting and things like that. Other things were just, stuff I'd like to get done. Here is a list of things I wanted to plant in my garden. I don't have a very big garden. I have a few raised planters. I wanted to get some landscaping done. I got some of it done. And then, this was a few years ago, I finally got my yard looking really good, and then I hurt my back in May, and my whole yard went to heck, so we got to start over next year. This was a weight loss tracker. I was going to, X out every time I lost a pound. I lost 7 pounds, and then I kind of gave up on it, so. Here's another one of those weekly layouts where it's Monday through Friday, and then the weekend is stacked. But this time I made each column a little bit narrower. So now these are 8 squares across, and my stickers fit perfectly. These stickers come from Lisa Lorena Plans. She has these cute little fold-out kits, and I can use a whole kit on one page if I want, or I can spread it out over a couple weeks. This was one week where I used the whole kit, with the exception of maybe a couple of the icons, and I love it. It's so cute. I liked using the washi, and, I still got tons of stuff done. I was able to get my tracker in there. I got my exercise tracker there, and, this was a fun layout. I like gnomes and forest creatures and mushrooms and that kind of stuff. And then this one I went back to a slightly wider, so these are 9 again. I kind of went back and forth between the two. 9 squares across gave me just a little bit more space, and since I write kind of big anyway, I like the smaller lines, it kind of forces me to write a little smaller, but for this page, I think that it worked out well. I like the stickers. They're holographic and sparkly. These are from Pipsticks, which is a sticker subscription service. You can go online. I think it's just pipsticks.com, and they have a lot of really cute stickers. And then here, I ran out of coffee cups, so I tried to draw little coffee mugs. They weren't great, but, got the job done. Here's another one where I went back to the 7 days across, and then the to-do list on the side. Here's my little chore tracker over here. I just drew lines on it. It's just a Monday through Sunday sticker. The sun is really shining in my window. I did like doing the to-dos at the top, and then the, morning, and then the evening, dinners across the bottom. I really like the way this looks. It does give me less space to write across, but I can still fit everything in, and I really like the way it looks. I'm a very Monday through Friday, straight across kind of person. This is my February monthly. So, pretty busy. We got basketball. I was working full time and supervising games on the weekends. So I had lots of homework. I think my daughter was playing volleyball during this month, so February was pretty busy. March, still busy, but not quite as much. Spring break for myself and my kids. We got glasses. See, we had some games and tournaments. And then April, here's where I started. I was highlighting. I don't always like to highlight. Sometimes I try to just use different colored markers or felt tip pens or gel pens. But I also like highlighting, especially when I'm trying to keep track of a lot of different people. So each color is a different person. The thing I really like about the Exceed journal is the highlighter doesn't go through to the other side. The marker doesn't go through to the other side. Like, see how dark that is? And it doesn't go through. And that I really like. I like being able to use all my markers, all my felt pens, all my gel pens, and not have to worry about it going through to the other side. This was an extremely busy week, as you can see. A lot was going on, and some things had to change. I had to scribble some stuff out. I'm drawing arrows, using whiteout. It's another thing I like about this book, though, is the whiteout is close enough in color to the book that it's not quite so blinding white like it is in my composition book. But, it's okay if it's messy. Like, everything can't be nice and neat and perfect, and that's okay. I was on a couple of different committees, so this is some board meeting minutes. Easter plans, I have my menu, different Easter basket items. We put coupons in their Easter eggs, and everybody gets a chance to win a coupon, which is stuff like go to a movie with a friend or pick a restaurant to go out to eat, stuff like that. Here we go. Here's another week. This one is still April. This was a rainbow theme. And again, it's kind of messy. I've got some scribbles. These stickers were all just very random stickers. Hi, Guppy. Hi, baby. Guppy wants to see what's going on. A little messy, a little chaotic, but still, again, got the job done. Here we are in May. May was a pretty quiet month. Didn't have a lot going on either in school or in sports. My son was playing soccer. My class was wrapping up. And so, not a lot going on in May. Here I've got just a random to-do list. These were dates that I had days off, no work days at school. Here I had some meal ideas. These giant stickers are from a sticker book I got at Target. I have no idea what the name of it is, but they're really cute. Hey, Guppers. Here's June. Now June started to pick up again. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so sweet. Guppy likes to jump up here and lay right in the middle of what I'm doing and then make me pet her forever. So I'm going to give her some pets and I'll be right back. Alright, Guppy got some pets and now she's satisfied. Here in June, like I said, things picked up a little bit, so I started using highlighter again. My son went to Florida. My mom came to visit. We had a big soccer tournament. My son had football camp. Down here, I started a new class. So I had all these projects and homework due. So June ended up being kind of a busy month. Here, more meeting notes. This one makes me laugh. Clearly we were busy this week. And I just didn't write anything down. I did one chore on my list, and I didn't write down any meals. I don't know what the heck happened this week, but yeah, nothing got written down that week. Summer, when we're not on a trip or going somewhere or whatever, sometimes we just have like whole days where there's nothing going on. So this is one of the wider spreads again. But yeah, not a lot going on this week. Oh, wait a minute, that says April. Oh, you know what? This was a planner where I went back and forth. I don't remember why. So this is a week from April. I don't remember why that's in there, but anyway. Here's July. July was very, very busy. Lots of homework. Lots of football conditioning. My daughter was doing volleyball. My son was doing football. Just a lot going on. And then here we are, August, back to school. Lots and lots of appointments. Oh, there's my kitty again. Hey, Guppy. Oh, there you go, baby. The last week here, the first week of August, we went on a trip. And then we had a week of just getting things done at home. And then I believe this was the week school started. So yeah, we're just right back into it. Working, curriculum nights, soccer and football. Here is another week in June. What the heck? Oh, this is my August monthly. That's why it's doing that. You're okay, baby. Just stay there. So here we are in June still. Some days were busy. Some days we had nothing. Let's see. These were our vacation plans. Like I said, that first week of August we went on vacation. So flights, ideas of things to do, our Airbnb we stayed at. This was July. I love this set. I don't remember who it's from. I think it's Lisa Lorena plans again, but I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that. Love the Breakfast Club. And then this, I was trying a new chore chart. This is just a little circular tracker that I found online somewhere, and I made copies of it on sticker paper. And I know it's kind of fun. It was just a different way of tracking. You know, I'd start in the middle would be Monday, Tuesday, and then out to Friday. So I did use that on a few layouts in here. See, there it is again. Here we are in July still. I tried to track my water. Didn't get a single mark on there. But, you know, you can see it's a little quieter. Here's my September monthly. September was crazy busy, as you can see. Lots of volleyball, lots of football, lots of me working in different work days. Here we go. Future plans again. So this last future plans here in the front. Went to August. So then this one starts in October and plans out the rest of the school year. But I did not use this all the way to the end of the year. But I knew I needed to write these days out. So here's an August layout. So now we're starting to get back to school. I think this was the week school started, or the week before. Let's see. I think this was the week before school started. And then here I took these pages from a prior planner. It looked like an old composition book. Stuck them in here. I was trying to come up with some daily schedules to kind of help me get through the day, get things done, stay on top of work and activities and home stuff. We had a church picnic, and then here a little journaling about that. Here we are towards the end of August. School was going on here. Let's see. My daughter's birthday. We went to an escape room. That was really fun. But yeah, I'm still using that little tracker. Here we've got first week into September. This layout was really cute with the Mario stickers. I love Super Mario. And then I found these giant volleyballs for my daughter for volleyball. These little clear football stickers for my son doing football. Still using the coffee cups for work days. I don't use a lot of icon stickers, but I do like to use ones for things that happen on a regular basis. So when I see them, I'm like, oh, right away I can go, oh, volleyball game, whatever. Some of the icons that are one-offs, like, I don't know, doctor's appointment or something, those don't catch my eye as much. So I do tend to try to use ones that are, you know, repeating ones, I guess. Here is October. Look at that. Look at how busy we were that month. Isn't that crazy? Here's my baby Chihiro. Just every single day there was something, except for these 2 days. Every other day there was something happening. That's just so crazy. Our days are definitely not that busy now. Hey, baby. Oh, one more. Almost done. Here we go. September. Again, that kit that I got with Breakfast Club. I was still able to get another week out of that. But yeah. Same old weeks. Here. Oh, this was some professional development at school notes that I took during a staff meeting. Here we've got a September layout. About volleyball. We are done with soccer at this point. So that had kind of chilled out, but still using that tracker. And then September. This week, I think September was just so busy, and I was working. I didn't always have time to sit down and like do a whole layout. So I just used some of the markers I had in my pencil case that I kept in my bag for school. Here I had another chance to decorate again. Some of these were stickers that went together. Some were just random ones that I found in some sticker books. Got some new coffee cups here. Oh, hey, Guppy. I know, you just want some pets, don't ya? Yeah, you're a sweet baby. Okay, one more pet break. Guppy just loves to be up in my business. So sometimes I use a kit, like I said, sometimes I just find stickers that go together. Here I used a Friends themed sticker pack that I got, and then just some other random things. This was in October. I didn't put tasks on the side, I don't know why. And then I didn't get a lot done apparently. Then here's November. Now none of these are crossed off because I didn't actually use this all the way until December. But I had my November in here for future planning. This was a page where I was trying to do some budgeting. I drew the lines on it to differentiate between the lines. And then I ended up deciding, these are just some expenses. I ended up deciding to use a separate planner for that. Maybe I'll show you guys that sometime. Here's another October layout where I'm using, again, more Breakfast Club. I do like the Monday through Sunday straight across layouts. It just depends on the week, but I thought that one looked really cute. Here's another October layout. This was a list. I have a little printer that you can print out different things, and so that was a list that I just printed out of stuff I needed to do. I was trying to decide if I wanted to move to just doing a list that I stick in as opposed to writing it down. But I didn't really like that because I kept having to flip it up, and so I'm just going to stick with writing it on the side. Still using that tracker. I did kind of like using that, but I did not like having to cut it out every time. And then December, obviously, it doesn't look like we used that monthly. And then I think this is the last spread in here. Yeah, this is October, Halloween, and Halloween was here. These little stickers I got from one of those little Michaels, get the little sticker books that come out you know, in their Halloween section, or, you know, sometimes you'll get a spring one, or it'll be a Christmas one, or whatever, but this was Michael's. And so this was the last spread in this book. But as you can see, the reason I like this book is there's very little bleed through of the highlighter, which is nice, because in my composition books, highlighters can bleed through fairly easily. Same with these are Staedtler fine liners, that they don't bleed through. I like that. The pages are thick, but they are sturdy. The size is good. I can fit everything I want on the page, even if it is a little bit condensed. I like the cover. It's nice and thick. It fits in all my purses, all but one. There's one purse it doesn't fit into, but that's more of a fanny pack. And so yeah. So my composition book, I've decided to turn into a health journal. I'm going to try to use that for exercise. So I did a layout in it yesterday, and I'll use this for the rest of till the book is done. But I'm going to try to start tracking my food, tracking my macros, notes. Like this time I decided I need to have less fat and more protein. I did not exercise. I only drank 1 glass of water. But I think if I track, the only times I've ever been able to lose weight have been when I've tracked it. And I'm trying to get my blood pressure lowered. And in order to do that, I need to lose some weight and start exercising more. So these are my goals. But I think if I can write it down, it's the same layout I typically use for my weeklies. Just this time it's going to be for health. And I'm hoping that this will inspire me to, you know, pay more attention to what I'm putting in my body. So that's what we're going to use this for. I decided not to use my Moleskine for now and set that aside. I might use it for journaling, but here's my new Exceed book that I'm moving into. I've already moved into. I got these stickers, just different places. Here's a postcard I got from some stickers I bought off Etsy. And then here's a pocket for different things. That's just an envelope or a bag, a paper bag that I bought, stuck in there. Here's my measurements, 7 squares across for my weeklies. And here we go. So here's my index. Here's my color code. I do like to write the months in a different color so I can see them easier. Emergency list of contacts. The index, there are several pages on the index, which is nice. Movie we went to. So here was last week's layout. I did show this in my last video, but here it is filled in. This was from a kit or from a book that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's their Agenda 52. It's the nature book. I got it half price, so it was like $5. Not half price, I guess, 40% off. I did get a few things done last week, but it's my basic, you know, Monday through Sunday layout with the meals across the bottom, a little bit of a to-do at the top, and then I've got 7 to 3, and then 3 to 8 at the bottom. Here is my September monthly. I am doing some highlighting. These are bills, and then these are paydays. So I'm trying to keep better track of my finances. I've got some unexpected bills that came up, so I'm trying to figure out how to juggle those around. But here we have September. It's not super busy. My son's playing football. We've got, you know, homecoming and stuff. Another son has a concert, a birthday. So, you know, not too busy yet, but that'll fill up as the month goes on. Here are my future plans. These stickers I got from a sticker book from Hobby Lobby. And these are all basically school-related dates. then here, that's my contact page. Here's my 31-day declutter. I'm a little behind, but I've got, today I'm going to dust everything, organize our storerooms because we're going to get all of our fall decor out, and then clean up the dining room. So those are my plans for the day. My books to read, I have not read any books yet since I moved in here. But books I want to read, authors I want to check out, and my kitty cats. So there's Leo, and Guppy, and Chihiro. And I'm going to use this for, this is just general information, but vet visits and, other things like that that need to be taken note of. This is a fun layout that I've had in a couple other planners. I have a stencil that I bought off Etsy, and I traced it on here, and then I very poorly went back over it with ink. But these are all the states that I've been to in the United States. Here's an alphabetical list, and then numbered 1 through 50, and then like California is number 5, so it's got number 5, and then I colored it in and have a purple dot next to the state that I've been to. I would eventually like to make it to all 50 states, or at least, try. So it's just kind of a fun little thing to look at and remind me of all the places I'd still like to see. Here's my wish list. This one's for me. I found this little clip art online, and I didn't trace it, but I just copied it from that. And then house stuff I want to get done around the house. Here is October. I've got my Nightmare Before Christmas stickers, some washi tape I got from Michael's with the skulls. Not a whole lot going on in October yet, but again, that'll fill up. So then here's this week. This is a kit I got from Lisa Lorena Plans. I just put in an order and got it a few days ago, so I was playing around with it quite a bit. So yesterday we didn't do a whole lot. Got a few things I want to work on today. A few appointments, my son's working schedule, and that's this week. I love the sunflowers. This year our neighborhood has had a bajillion sunflowers sprout, so I've got them all over my backyard. This is my weights and measures. In my health journal, I keep track of food, but in here I'm going to keep track of measurements and weight. I'll put a little circle sticker for every pound I lose as I go. Here's for my freezer inventory. Now, instead of writing it right on the page, I'm going to write it on a piece of notebook paper and tape it in so that I can take it out, put a new one in. And then here, in my other journals, I've had a shopping list where each square, was laid out on the page. And this way they're just in a waterfall effect. So if I go to Aldi, I can just take that one out, stick a new one in there. Meal ideas. These pages are thick. And they're numbered. Pages are already numbered for me, which is very nice. Now, between some of these spreads, I skipped a few pages so that I could fit my weeklies in there. So I don't end up with a whole bunch of pages at the beginning and then all my weeklies later. So I left a few blank spreads in here. This is for a period tracker, Shark Week. Not sure what I'm going to put on this side. Another empty spread. And then here we have shows I'm watching, movies I'd like to see. Some of these shows I've finished in my last book, so I only rewrote the ones that I'm still working on. This washi tape I think I got at Michael's, maybe? Another empty spread that I'll fill in with the weekly. And then this is a wish list for me and the kids that are at home. And then sizes, I'll eventually write everyone's sizes in here. And then another empty spread. I think that might be it. I think that's all I've got in here so far. Yep. So I'm on page 40 of 240. Some of these spreads will be, permanent. This will be here the whole time. Some spreads, like my future log, as that fills up, as I, when I get to March, if I've still got room, I'll just start a new one. But for now, I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. I've got my tabs up here for October. I don't know where, September is right here. These are sticky notes or sticky flags, page tabs, whatever you want to call it. I get from Post-it. And you can write on the edges. I usually use permanent marker. You can't really use pen on these. I'm not sure about pencil, but I just use a Sharpie fine liner, permanent marker. And then on the sides, I have a tab for today, and that just moves from week to week as I go. And then this one, I pulled it from another book. I don't remember where I got this one at. But this one, you can write on it with pen, pencil, ink, whatever. But it's paper. So it's reusable, but the end of it is paper. So I put some clear tape over it just to help it hold its shape. But that's another kind of a tab. I think this might be Avery. But it's reusable, and I like that. Let's see, what else do I have going on in here. On the back, I started my extra washi tape page where I throw the washi tape bits that I break off. And then down here, this space here is the equivalent of 2 squares. So when I'm doing my monthly, I utilize that middle space, and it ends up being, these are 2, 4, 6, 8 squares across. This is also 8 squares because you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's why I wrote that in the back, just to remind me that that middle spot is worth 2 squares. And then I also wrote down that each page is 26 squares across, not counting the edges. So there's like an edge there. And 38 squares down. And then I was practicing with a highlighter to make sure it wouldn't go through. And look at that. Look how well that keeps. And then I've got my pocket. This is where I'll put weekly stickers that I use on a regular basis, like my football practice and game day stickers, garbage icons, recycling, payday, that kind of stuff. I'll just keep in here so that I always have them with me, and then I can plan on the go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I know those of you that came to my channel looking at the composition book pages, I will probably go through those again as well as a wellness planner. But for now, I'm sticking with the Exceed journal for my day-to-day. And this is the A5 size. You can get these at Walmart. I think I got this one for $8.82 or something. They might be slightly more now. But I look at it this way. Considering I use it every single day, it's like 40 cents a day or something. No, it's not even. Let's see. 9 divided by 365. It's 2 cents a day. So per day that I use this, if I used this for the full year for $9, it's still only 2 cents a day. I can handle that. My composition book clearly is way, way cheaper. It was 50 cents. But for the advantages I get from the Exceed over the composition book, I'm willing to switch for now. But there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.